When the lumber thieves heard the sound of police sirens, their first instinct was to run. But not only did I refuse to flee, I even told everyone to stay put. Even though the sheriff who was on his way was known as the bane of lumber thieves, his methods of law enforcement were extremely brutal. No lumber thief had ever escaped from his grasp, and he was a figure that struck fear into the hearts of all wood poachers. I didn't feel the slightest bit of panic, because no matter how clever he was, he could never find any evidence against me. My arrogant attitude stirred up an unprecedented rage within him, so much so that a casual taunt from me was enough to make him lose his cool completely. But the tactics he used to deal with ordinary lumber thieves were utterly useless against me. His eyes grew increasingly dark and menacing, yet faced with the reality that he had found nothing, he had no choice but to back down for the time being. No matter how badly he wanted to arrest me, without any evidence, his efforts were nothing but futile. Little did he know, the evidence was right above his head. Truth be told, this method was extremely risky. All he had to do was look up, and he would have spotted the redwood logs hidden in the trees. But, in that tense moment, his attention was undoubtedly fixed on us. It was precisely by counting on this mindset of his that I managed to get my hands on these redwood logs worth 1 billion yuan. After all, high rewards always come with high risks, especially for desperados like us. And the most crucial thing right now was to transport this batch of redwood logs away as quickly as possible. The earnings from this operation would make all the brothers rich. The redwoods had even filled up an entire truck. But just as the last piece of redwood was about to be loaded onto the vehicle, the sheriff suddenly showed up with a large squad of police officers. Faced with his stern warning, no one dared to make a single move. But I didn't care about his threats one bit. I even planned to teach him a lesson, because my actions would not only shatter the authority he had built up, but also inspire everyone else to find the courage to stand up to him. The advantage of this herd mentality soon became apparent, yet I still underestimated the greed and fear in human nature. After all, almost no one is unafraid of death. In the face of absolute power, the only option is to run away, and even I was no exception. But all humans are greedy. It's just that my greed surpassed everyone's wildest expectations. Even under the threat of imminent death, I still intended to take this batch of redwood logs with me. No one could stop me. Because this was my one and only chance to make a fortune. But I didn't expect that. The police would keep chasing me relentlessly. If this went on, I would be caught sooner or later. So, I hid the redwood logs in a place where no one would ever find them.